I'm going to give you two little tricks you can use to deal with haters and self-doubt. It doesn't work all the time, but it works a lot of the time and in most situations. But it's two different things. And it's not really a trick. It's more like a mentality. But this is two things you can use. It almost always works when you're dealing with haters and with self-doubt. Now, the first thing you got to understand with haters and self-doubt, doubt is internal. Haters are the external version of doubt. Makes you second guess yourself. Makes you think that you're not worthy, you're not real. And so what happens is you start believing it. You give it energy. You give it oxygen. You can't do that. Fuck the haters. Fuck the doubt. Now, of course, sometimes there might be a basis in reality. Like maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'm not good at that. Whatever. But that's for you to evaluate. Not for haters from the outside and not from the scariness of doubt. There's a difference between doubt and analysis. You can analyze something and then come to a conclusion, this may not be the best choice. But doubt, it's a little bit more from an aversion of failure, which is understandable. But when you face doubt, you get stronger. Most situations in life, when you face doubt, even if the doubt is revealed to be true, when you face it, you get stronger. When you run from it, you don't. So this is the two things that you can use when you're dealing with internal doubt, external haters. One of the things you can use, and like I say, it's not really a trick, it's a mentality. One of the things you can do is commit to who you are. Commit to who the fuck you are and what the fuck you're doing. That's it. I mean, you completely shut out everything else. And if you ever notice performers on stage, some performers have got some good rhythm with it where they can interact with other people. But some performers, they are in their fucking zone. And they have to be in order to bring the real power, the real beauty, the real passion from out of them. They have to. They can't worry about who's paying attention to them and how somebody's reacting to them and whether or not I'm reaching you. I have to reach me. I have to be the version of what I think I am, not who you think I am, of what I know I am. I have to be that version of it. And so you have to commit to being you. Unapologetically, you have to commit to being you. You're the star. You're fucking special. You're unique. You're an original. Well, hopefully you are. Hopefully you're not out here trying to be like somebody else. But even if other people inspire you, they inspire you to be you. And when you commit, I got this one video. It's a part of the catalog, part of the Diversified, the brand channel page, some of the other videos. But it's a clip from, I think it's a 1990s movie, early 90s movie, The Five Heartbeats, written, directed, starring Robert Townsend. Great movie. Anyway, there's a scene in it in which this group is performing on stage and they're nervous and the crowd is starting to get restless and starts to boo and chases them off stage and the shit is falling apart. And at one point, the main dude in the group just says, fuck it, starts playing the piano and just playing his heart out. Playing something he's probably played a million times. He knows every fucking note. He knows the rhythm. He knows how it's supposed to sound, and he's just playing it. He's got his eyes closed. He doesn't give a fuck how they're reacting. And if you look at the video or if you know the movie, bit by bit, the tide turns, and at the end of the scene, the whole fucking crowd, the whole fucking scene is standing up and applauding. Now, I know that's a movie, but it's also real life. It's real life in the sense that if you pay attention to the haters, if you pay attention to the doubt, if you pay attention to the cracks in your surface, which we all fucking have. We all fucking have cracks and holes in our shit. If you pay attention to it, you lose who you are. You lose who you are and you give them oxygen. But when you commit to who the fuck you are and what the fuck you're doing, after a while you look up, half of the haters ain't haters anymore. They ain't got shit to say. They are actually really probably impressed by the passion you're putting into what you're doing. Or they realize that these bitch motherfuckers don't have that same type of passion. So on a certain level, they're taking notes. Haters turn into imitators. But You commit to who you are. You commit to what you're doing. So half of the haters stop hating. The other half of the haters started to notice that nobody's paying attention to them anymore. You cut off their oxygen. They can't fucking breathe. Haters and doubt need you or someone to believe in it. And if people stop paying attention to it because they're noticing how committed you are, how passionate, how true, how authentic, how valuable, how unique, the haters, the doubt, they ain't got shit to work with. The second trick you can use is if haters and doubt want to clown you, want to make you the joke, be the joke. Be the fucking joke. Look at your shoes. I know, look at my shoes. Your mama gave them to me. You want them? You want them back? They was meant for you. Whatever. Be the joke. It don't matter. Whatever you think about me, sure, okay, but I'm still doing what I'm doing. Look at this old man in the club. I know I'm sweet. Don't let your girl get too close. It don't matter. I'll be the joke. Because once I take over, the oxygen is now mine. You are now reacting to me as opposed to me reacting to you. I do something and then you hate on me. I do something and then you doubt is fucking around in your head. What does it do? It makes you pull back. Here's another good comparison. And I've told my kids this. I've told other people that I care about this, so I'll tell you this. Say you're in a fight, right? Especially girls. You get into a fight, an actual physical fight, right? Motherfucker grabs your hair. They grab your shit, right? What's your reaction? Most times, to pull back. I don't want you to grab my hair. Let go of my hair. But what you don't understand is that when they grab your hair and you pull back, you are in prime position for them to knuckle you the fuck up. Blow, blow, blow. You are in perfect striking position. Perfect. I mean, you did half of the work for them. So they got your hair, yeah. And you pull back, I don't want you to get my hair. But now they can just clock you. What you need to do is go forward. They got your hair, but they got only one hand available to strike you now. You got two. Knuckle them the fuck up. The body, the titties, the face, everything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But the point is you got to go counterintuitive. You want to pull back from it. No, step into it. Step into it. Now, at some point, while you knuckling them the fuck up, they're going to let go of your hair because they need both hands now. If nothing else to defend, because you putting it on them. But if to counterattack, they will let go of your hair. But that's how haters and doubt is. Intuitively, instinctively, emotionally, it makes you want to pull back. These motherfuckers is hating on me. Why you got something bad to say? Or I know I've never done this before. I know I've never been big time. I know I've never succeeded in that way. But that don't mean you pull back. You start to question yourself. When you step into it, one of two things happens. The doubt is right. The haters were right. You still look like a fucking fool out here. You still a clown. You still an old man. You still whatever the fuck you are. Or they were wrong. Not as accurate as they thought. I actually can do some of this. You know what? Out of 10 people in the room that were previously haters, 7 of them still are. But 3 not. As a matter of fact, 2 of them are fans now. Haters to consumers. But you gotta believe. You gotta believe enough to either block them the fuck out. I mean, truly block them the fuck out and be the role. Be the person that you are. Just do that. Because a lot of people don't realize this, but haters hate themselves. That's why they got to say something. That's why they got to say something negative. When you feel good about yourself, you kind of want to spread that shit because you feel good about yourself. It don't even matter what happened to you in life. Some bad shit could have happened to you in life. Right at this moment, I got a flat... No, I'm not talking about me. I'm saying at this moment, I got a flat tire. I got to deal with this shit. But then if someone, is nearby or if someone's willing to help or if someone's nice to me, I can be nice to them because deep down, I still feel good about myself. Some shitty shit, some bad shit is just now going down. But I still feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? So there's no need for me to shit on you because I feel good about me. But you could have a motherfucker just won the lottery. And then someone could be, in proximity and say something and then they'll shit upon them. And it's because even though they just won $1 million, they still feel like a piece of shit. They can't help it. You got to sometimes peep out the like, people act based upon their feelings. People act based upon their feelings. So a lot of times when people are shitty towards you, when people are hating on you, it's because they themselves live with their own shittiness. They live with their own doubt. And they got to project it as if they don't. They might act and come across as real fucking cocky or real fucking confident. But if you're so cocky and fucking confident, then why aren't you concentrating on you? What you paying attention to me for? You wasting time hating on me? That's revealing. That's revealing. It costs nothing. When you feel good about yourself, it costs nothing to drop a nice little compliment, nice little something to somebody as you go about your day. It costs nothing. There's no expense because you already feel good about yourself. Now, if you feel shitty about yourself, oh my God, you would think somebody just asked you to pay their fucking mortgage because it's too hard for you because you feel shitty. How can I compliment you when I feel shitty? You gotta think about it. So when motherfuckers are hating on you, it's because it's already inside of themselves. That's why it's so easy for them. And if you react to it, you alleviate their own fucking misery. When you get mad or defensive, you're reacting to it. But if you either completely ignore them and do you, I'm telling you, other people, especially people, and also haters, many haters, what are you working on? So why are you paying attention to me? You actually are probably paying attention to me because on a certain level, you fucking envious. On a certain level, you taking notes. On a certain level, you ain't got nothing better going on in your life. So when you focus on you, zone the motherfuckers out and focus on you. Like I said, you cut off half of their energy. You cut off their oxygen. And when you become the joke, you take over. Greg, give me the microphone. I got some shit to say. I know. Just really on a certain level, like Eminem did and 8 Mile. This is me. I'm the joke. I know, right? Right? You take their power. The punches don't land as much. The famous heavyweight boxer Jack Johnson, I'm going way back in the day. This is way before Gen X, but read some fucking history a little bit. The great heavyweight boxer Jack Johnson back in the day, they didn't, part of the way that they hated on him was because outside of the fact that he was black than a motherfucker, dark than a motherfucker, and racist ass 1900s. But they didn't like his style of how he fought. Because he had a certain style of fighting where right as you were getting ready to punch, he would kind of put his hand up. Not so much to block the punch, but to throw off the rhythm and the power and the angle of the other person's punch. Because right as you getting ready to punch, if there's kind of like an object in the way of the punch, most of the times the person's going to alter their punch last second to try to get around that hand, to get a better angle, maybe because they think it's going to get blocked. And so they're not coming with the full leverage, the full power of the punch. Now, some people might try to punch over it, but yet and still, if I kind of got a hand in the way, you know what I'm saying, it's going to take away some of the power of the punch. And so if you go look at some of Jack Johnson's old videos, boxing videos, I did a small amount of boxing training way back in the day. But if you look at some of his old videos, he's kind of got his hands up as the other person's got his hands up. And a lot of times his fighting was reactionary. It was counterpunch. He would they would throw a punch, extend themselves, try to hit him. He would deflect it a little bit and then bloop, bloop, bloop. So what I'm saying is when I'm comparing that in the sense of deflect they shit. Haters, self-doubt, deflect it. Either commit to who you are and drown them the fuck out, or be the joke. And when you do that, you deflect the power of them hating on you. When you do that, you deflect the sting of your doubt telling you that you can't do it, and you're like, I know I can't do it, but I'm gonna try it anyway, so what the fuck. And then when you do it, and you realize either the doubt was completely wrong, the haters are completely wrong, or there was some truth to it, but I actually did better than I thought I would do. You just got stronger. You just used the haters as fucking weight. I got to smoke on that one. You just use haters. You just used haters and doubt as fucking weight to get stronger. Come on, lighter. Instead of you running from the shit, lighter, hold with me. Instead of you running from the shit, which is what they want you to do. Like I say, they grab your hair and you pull back. That's what they want you to do. Step into the shit and you take away their power. You take the oxygen out of the room and they choke out. They tap out. So, like I say, it's not necessarily two tricks, but it's a mentality, and it's two ways that you can use it. But you got to believe. You got to believe in who you are, and that's all that matters. Because if you do, then look up to see if the crowd is reacting. You done stepped out of it. You look up maybe at the very end when you're done and you're leaving, and then you be like, all right, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But you can't look up for validation, because then you break the mold that you're in. And like I say, you got to become the joke. Oh, I'll hit you with this one last thing. Another example of becoming a joke. Come on, bitch ass. Thank you. Another example of being a joke. Back in high school, I had a friend who wasn't really a friend of a friend of a friend, but he was a cool dude. Name was Tim. I hope he's still out here doing all right. Tim wasn't the greatest looking dude. Not in high school. He wasn't. I can't really say he was pulling ladies because of his looks. And he wasn't necessarily like the most popular, most smooth, you know what I'm saying, like a good talker. He wasn't really an athlete. He hooped a little bit. But anyway, the point being is this. Tim, at almost any moment, could get the whole school rocking. And it wasn't because like he was a singer or a rapper or athlete or super cute or super popular or had money. None of the other shit that the haters would want to go to. It's because he was Tim. He was awkward and unique. And so this is how it started. Because he was not really the greatest looking, not really popular, we'll just say not the most desired. From that hate that some of the haters and some of his slash friends, sometimes friends can be slash haters too, but from some of that hate that he would get of like not really being desired, valuable, at any point in time, his friends and his haters would be like, go Tim, get busy, go Tim, get busy. And instead of like withdrawing and being like, oh, they put me on the spot, everybody now, all the haters and everybody is, no. At some point, I don't know when it started, but because he was a grade older than me, but at some point in time, after about 3 or 4, go Tim, get busy, go Tim, get busy, and the crowd would get a little bit louder, and Tim would start busting out his little dances and shit. He wasn't that great of a dancer, but it was the fact that he was in the spotlight and he just started going off and being Tim. This motherfucker got pussy in high school off of that. This motherfucker got pussy in high school off of being the not so cute, non-athletic, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got pussy off of being hated, of people hating on him, because he turned it around. He made himself the joke. So then, when they're saying, go Tim, get busy, a lot of people would, like I say, they would become the shadow. They would just like fade away. But because he stepped into it, I got the whole crowd looking at me. I'm clearly clowning and joking. I don't think my dance moves are obviously that sweet. But if I'm in the spotlight, niggas, look. And so he would do his thing. The whole crowd would get hyped up. And then this motherfucker became better known in high school because of that, because he stepped into it, as opposed to like, man, can y'all just leave me alone, man? Just, stop calling my name out. And then it just reinforces and gives more energy and air to the haters. You see what I'm saying? So you either got to shut these motherfuckers out completely. I mean, like a performer would. Like, who the fuck people will be like, who the fuck did this motherfucker think they is? Like, you just paying attention to yourself? Yeah. Instead of haters and doubt. Or you got to take it on. Put on the outfit. Get in front of the spotlight and then make them react to you instead of you reacting to them. Try it out. That's like I said, I think it works most of the time, but whichever one suits you. So this your boy. I holla at you. I'm gonna smoke this one out.